So, do you believe that getting kids off the street and into programs like YDI Mi Voz is a positive thing?
Well, I'll tell you, it's once again it comes. Yes, the short answer is yes. That the having opportunities to do something creative like you're doing today, whether it's athletics, academics, music, art, those are good things. I believe it or not, even at my age, I remember distinctly when I was your age and what I was doing at your age. I was involved in scouting, and scouting, provided me with some opportunities to go to the mountains and hike and camp and understand what it's like to be a good steward of our natural resources and all kinds of things. And so it's similar to the program that you're in with Mi Voz. They're just great opportunities to learn and expand your horizons, and it's a wonderful thing.
And in your scouting experience, you went to Philmont, correct?
I did. That's how I fell in love with New Mexico.
So you had a great time there?
I did. I came in, I think it was 1978. And I went to Philmont, and I was just had a great time. Fell in love with New Mexico, and so when I had an opportunity through athletics to choose a school to compete in track and field, when the University of New Mexico became an opportunity for me, boy, I jumped at it, never looked back.
And do you remember what hike you did at Philmont?
Which trek?
Yes.
No, I wouldn't. I don't know which. I mean, they had names for the treks. You could take 10-day, 7-day. I don't remember the name of the trek. I mean, I could look it up. I have my paperwork at the house. But have you been to Philmont?
I'm trying to get there.
All right, my son's going this summer.
That's great.
And he's 13, and he'll be almost 14 when he goes. And that's a couple of years younger than when I went. So it'll be, I tell you, hiking up Baldy with a pack is tough. It was tough for me at 15. I imagine for him at 14, he's going to have a challenge, but he'll come back better for it. I know he will.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Why do you feel government transparency is so important?
Well, I'll tell you what. We shouldn't be afraid as elected officials to stand up and tell people what we're doing and show people what we're doing. Not everybody's going to agree with what we do every day, but we want to make sure that we have some transparency and a good level of transparency so that people can watch what we're doing. We shouldn't be ashamed of that. And I think it builds confidence from the electorate. When people send their tax dollars in, they kind of like to know how they're being spent. And we're actually working on some interesting things right now, early on in my administration, that we should be announcing over the next month or two that I think people will be pleased with.
Definitely. Compare the similarities between your experiences in construction and your background in public service.
Well, we talked about a little bit of that earlier. You get up early, you stay up late, you work hard all day, you break your day up into components and segments. You try to make sure that you're doing the right thing each and every time, that you're making informed decisions. When you're in business, you're risking your own money and you're dealing with your own money. I feel if you're in public service, you should treat other people's money like it's your own, and you should act in such a way. If I wouldn't spend it for myself, why would I spend it on behalf of the taxpayers?
Definitely. And I read that you are a volunteer youth coach.
Mm-hmm.
How important do you think it is?
In fact, I've got a game at 5 o'clock tonight.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I'm coaching my son's basketball team. I'm coaching his team. So.
Oh, man. Well, good luck.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
How important do you think it is for adults to be involved in children's life and to be a mentor?
Well, I think it's important for both. I got to tell you, I get as much out of coaching as my team gets out of me coaching them. It's a rewarding thing for me. As an adult, it's an uplifting thing. It's just an honor to be able to do it, and I think it's important to get the generations together as well. To have my son's generation involved with me and my generation, and other parents, I think that's vital, and have grandparents involved as well. I think it's a key. It's a key to development for youth, but it's also a key to guys like me. We're still developing too. I learn something every day from the kids that I coach.
Well, that's great. YDI has been helping Albuquerque's children, youth, and families for 39 years, and YDI Mi Voz is Albuquerque's only free after-school media outreach program, teaching young filmmakers how to do the ropes, edit, produce, make the interviews, set it all up. And it's working towards common goals, creating a better Albuquerque for tomorrow. So in closing, what projects are you most excited to do as mayor?
Well, boy, it'd be hard to say, to give you a 1 through 10 list, because there's so many things. We're working on just like say, just if I walk through today, yesterday I was working with people in the film industry to make sure that they would come to Albuquerque. I just came out of a meeting on a multi-generational center, on how we're going to get that multi-generation center open and online. North Domingo Baca is the one. I had meetings on the biopark. Went down to Tingley Beach today and drove down there just to take a look. I met with our chief of police today to talk about public safety. I met with our fire chief today to talk about public safety. And so it's just, there's so many things. I think for me, I've got 4-year opportunity to serve this community. And I'll make the very most out of every day that I have to serve. I'll do my very best every day. We'll make mistakes. They'll be honest ones. And we'll, in the long run, I think Albuquerque is going to be a better place. And I'm going to be a better person for getting the opportunity to serve as well.
Well, thank you very much for doing this
I
interview.
appreciate the opportunity.